At number 10, precious silver coins in prison. When you think of prison, most often than not, you associate the word with something negative rather than treasure. But to kick off our list, our first treasure is found under prison grounds. The inmates were doing their usual agricultural work on the grounds as Pleven Prison. Then this group of inmates was able to discover treasure pots that contain a hoard of over 7,000 silver coins that were minted by the Ottoman Empire. The 7,046 Ottoman Turkish silver coins in question are called the Axis, which is the main monetary unit of the Ottoman Empire. According to an archaeologist, Vladimir Nadimov, this amount of money could buy 3 houses in Edirne, which is former capital of the Ottoman Empire and a major city in today's European Turkey. Unfortunately, the inmates who found them were not even granted to have at least one coin. Number 9. Gold coins in the piano. Meg and Graham Hemmings owned a piano which they donated to the Bishop's Castle Community College. They wouldn't have donated it if they knew what was hidden inside it. To ensure that the piano is still in good shape and tune before using it, Mr. Blackhouse, a tuning technician, was hired to do the job. While doing his job, Mr. Blackhouse found 7 cloth-bound packets underneath the piano keys. Inside the packets were gold coins made up of gold sovereigns and half-sovereigns dating back from the reigns of Victoria and Edward VII and George V. The coins were valued at 571,974 euros. Mr. Blackhouse was allowed to keep half of the coins while the other half is given to the college. But Meg and Graham, who were the original owners, did not receive any. At number 8, gold bars in a tank from eBay. If you don't know Tanks A Lot, well, you are in for a treat. Tanks A Lot is a company that maintains a fleet of battlefield tanks for recreational and corporate use. Nick Mead operates the company. In one of his gigs, he traded some of his vehicles for a $42,000 tank on eBay. Yes, you heard it right. There are a lot of things you can buy at eBay, even tanks. Anyway, Mead and his team were trying to give the tank a general facelift. In between pulling and replacing parts, they found some ammunition in one of the fuel canisters which they planned to surrender to authorities. Then they checked on the second fuel canister and to their surprise, they were able to find not 1 but 5 solid gold bars. In total, the gold bars were valued at $5 billion. It could have been the best days of the life of Mead and his team, but they were so scared to get into trouble with the authorities, they ended up turning the gold together with the ammo to the police. At number 7, sums of money and nudes in a book. This is what we tell you about not all treasures are gold. Knowing what happened here may just encourage you to get into reading. You will never know what you will find in between pages. Kat Moharin is the owner of Bent Books, and she collects pieces of history she finds within the books she sells in her store. Morin says she has found a lot of glorious things in between the pages. Letters, dollar bills, and even nude photos. Well, she doesn't even know why these pictures found their way to the books. She feels like it is her responsibility to return those photos to the owners if she only had their return addresses. She was able to keep $185 also from the books, which is also considered as a small treasure. But she's still thinking how is she going to return the nudes to the owner, as it could matter to them without exposing who they are. Poor Miss Moharin. At number 6, a gold mine in the garden. You may not believe it, regardless of how small or big your home is, it is a treasure trove itself. Anthony Dolan owned a 16.5-acre of property. One day, he took some casual stroll and he found a tunnel opening on the ground. He entered the tunnel and found out that his property was a gold mine. Although he wasn't able to check it if there were remaining gold that could be mined off his land, he sold his property with the hopes of having great return. But it wasn't the case. It's one thing to say that your property has a gold mine, rather than saying there is still plenty of gold to mine in the property. He should have been more patient and explored his property more. He could apparently take his time. It was already his, after all. At number 5, jewelry in a garbage. There are a lot of things that you can find in the garbage. Some could be super nasty, while some could be very great. like treasure level great. Georgia County has its trash trucks bringing in about 300 tons of garbage every day. Needless to say, every bit of this is not of any value because, well, it's garbage. The solid waste director, Johnny Vickers, once received a distress call wherein a woman said that she actually threw away her jewelry worth $100,000. Mr. Vickers immediately assembled a team, and with a great striving, they eventually found the garbage bag containing the jewelry. At number 4, cans of coins. Who would have known that an innocent walk could lead you to millions of dollars discovery? Well, this happened to a couple living in Northern California who decided to take their dog for a walk. While walking, they saw shiny objects on the ground and of course, they dug them all out. What they dug out were metal containers full of 19th century coins in denominations of $5, $10, and $20. So much for a regular dog walk, right? The couple was able to collect 1,500 coins, all in new mint conditions. The couples had it appraised and were advised to have it cost $27,000. But Don Kagan, who is a veteran numismatist representing the married couple, said something amazing. He believes that some of those coins could be worth much more. And by much more, he thought $1 million per coin. A bulk of the coin will be sold on Amazon, but some of them will also be given to the American Numismatic Association for the National Money Show. At number 3, storage unit treasure. John from San Jose decided to bid for a storage unit. The storage wasn't really in good condition, but he paid $1,100 for the unit. Before he got the unit, he knew that its previous owner, an elderly woman, was a coin collector. So, he knew that he would probably find rare collections of coins. But that is not all. He was also able to see silver bars tucked away in a container. There were rumors about the box being too heavy that it took 3 men to lift the box. The treasure inside his unit was to value around $500,000. Not bad. With the amount he paid, he got much more. At number 2, the Declaration of Independence. A trip to a thrift shop may be the best decision you have ever made in your life, just like Michael Sparks, who decided to go on a trip to a thrift shop in Nashville, Tennessee. Among all things, he brought a pale print of the Declaration of Independence. He concluded it was another reprint and paid $2.48 for it. When he reaches home, he noticed that the paper he was holding was older than what he had thought. Out of curiosity, he did some research to check and was floored by what he discovered. He only bought one of the 200 original copies of the Declaration of Independence, and to his surprise, it was sold at $447,650. At number 1, baseball card in Fresno. You would never know how much a vintage baseball card would cost until you find one. A 72-year-old lady from California named Bernice Gallego found an old baseball card in her house. It was a pretty rare baseball card, as it depicted the first professional American baseball team, the 1869 Cincinnati Red Stockings. On the front side, you can see a silver-toned photo print of the whole baseball team. And on the back, there was an ad in red and white for Peck & Snyder, the famous manufacturer of sports equipment from New York. Since she has an antique shop, she plans to sell the card for $10. She wasn't into baseball too, so she wouldn't know. When she had put the card online, there were a lot who got interested and offered her quite a few dollars in exchange for the card. When a friend of hers called and asked her to stop the auction as it can be sold for more, she stopped, and it seems her friend was true. The baseball card ended up being sold for $75,285, and Bernice Gallego even had her 15 minutes of fame by appearing on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. So, do you agree on our list today? Do you know other treasures found in weirdest places that should have made it on our list? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Alright, that is it for today. If you like our video today, please hit like and share this with your friends. Do not also forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates of newly uploaded informative videos from our channel. What top 10s would you like to see next? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.